used it on my wedding day. Do we need to say anything else? I was actually really surprised by how affordable this is. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and obligatory video. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 8 picks for the Sephora VIB Spring Savings event. I kind of was wanting to perhaps not even make this video this time around because personally I had a couple things in my basket, but I don't think I'm buying anything, and I feel like a lot of us are in the same mindset right now. On the other hand, as a consumer who has already decided to not shop this sale, I am still watching every single video that all these YouTubers are making about their Sephora VIB recommendations. And I think that's just because we're nosy. I say it all the time on my channel. I know you're nosy because I'm nosy. We just want to know what our favorite YouTubers like, especially if they have similar makeup tastes as the viewer. So hopefully this is helpful to you. I have only 4 makeup picks and 4 skincare picks. Again, made it very, very picky because I don't want to recommend something if I'm like on the fence or like meh about it. I did make a Sephora VIB sale recommendations video in the past. My most recent is October 30th of 2020. And in that video, I ranked like my top 10 suggestions from Sephora. And I still stand by all of those, of course. And 3 out of my 4 makeup picks are actually repeat recommendations. And so I personally find that as a very promising thing from YouTubers if they're still loving something that they recommended months and months ago. So here are my 4 little makeup picks to show them to you all at once. And I'll start with a couple eyeshadow products, the face product, and then the lip product. So let's talk about these one by one. First thing, none of y'all will be surprised, is the Kaja Beauty Bento Trio. I only brought one out here like in the filming room, but I actually have 3. What I'm holding up is Orange Blossom. I also have Hella Azalea and Glowing Guava. My favorite out of all of them though is still, I forgot the name, Orange Blossom. So at the top we have this nice like warm toned champagne, like a very nude highlighting shade. Underneath we have a very, very orange warm toned shimmer, which personally, y'all know I don't like orange shadows all that much. I just don't think they look the most flattering on me. But this one is really, it reminds me of like golden hour, kind of like the sun is setting, it's 5:30 in the winter or 7:30 in the summer. Every time you try to take a picture, everything is glowing and glistening. That's what it reminds me of. And wait till y'all see this last shade. Ooh, look at that. Look at how massive a pan I have in this. I love this for single shadow looks. Just take one kind of flat smudge brush, smudge it all over, kind of blend it up and put on mascara, and that's just my go-to work look. Also, this is in my project pan, those eyeshadows, which I promise I'm gonna update one of these days. As a creator, I especially love to have visible use on a product that I like constantly recommend, because for y'all, for viewers, it shows you that I truly do use the things that I am recommending to y'all. The way I picked what I was gonna include in this video is like the whole like if I lost all my makeup thing. If I was starting my collection from scratch, but I still had all of the makeup knowledge that I have accumulated over the years, what would I purchase from Sephora? Like what would I actually repurchase if something happened to the thing I already owned? And this is definitely one of those things, but only in this shade, Orange Blossom. I don't think it's necessary to collect them all with this kind of thing. Just pick your favorite. Next product that is a return mention is the Huda Beauty Nude Obsessions Light Palette. And it's the one that has this pretty princess, really like soft, girly, fairy, fae folks, forest sprite kind of color story. And this came out in 2019, I believe, but these colors are super trendy right now in 2021. I forgot the year. This is the palette that I'm sporting on my eyes today. And if you can look me in the eye after looking at my eye and tell me that I don't look like a fairy, I will punch you and call you a liar because you must be blind. I mentioned this palette in my top spring eyeshadow palettes for spring of 2021. I also mentioned it in the recent video I did with the Alter Ego Luster Charm palette because there is some overlap between this palette and that new one. I had mentioned this in my last Sephora VIB sale recommendations, and I'm mentioning it again now in this video. So I feel like, do you ever get tired of YouTubers talking about the same thing over and over again? Because personally, I like it when YouTubers do that because it means that they don't just use something for like a month and then it just is lost among their collection of 100 palettes. It shows that like we really are standing by our word. Yeah, so I like it, but let me know what y'all think. I have a feeling y'all like it too. The price I never mentioned of this is $29. Okay, moving on to makeup item number 3. Another repeat visitor. This is the Smashbox Cali Contour Palette. It is $40 and it includes everything you need. It has a contour, bronzer, blush, and 2 different shades of highlight. Only 1 shade of highlight works on me. Yeah, but I actually, just to tell you how much I enjoy this palette, I used it on my wedding day. Do we need to say anything else? I'm actually not wearing this blush because of poor planning on my part. I'm wearing the Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur blush in the shade Mauve Sunrise because that's in my project pan. But I am wearing the bronzer and the highlighter on my face today. And people like talk about face palettes as if they get lost in their collection. But in my experience, I adore face palettes because like when you're talking about Sephora products and Sephora high-end pricing, the value. Say even if you only end up using like 3 shades in this palette, the bronzer, blush, and highlighter, and you like never touch the contour, never touch the highlighting or setting powder, never touch this darker shade of highlighter as an eyeshadow or anything. If you only use these 3 for $40, that's essentially $13 per product, which is approaching drugstore price if you ask me. And I seriously do use the heck out of these 3 products, and I intermittently use the other 3. If you have deeper than a medium skin tone, there is actually a medium deep option of this palette. It's actually $1 cheaper. It's $39 instead of $40. One last thing that I want to say about this palette is that these 3 products that I use together, they work very well together. So I'm kind of sad I didn't use the blush today, but like the bronzer has like the softest, the slightest amount of pink in it, and the blush is obviously pink, and even this highlighter is very like nude. So what that means is it has a soft flush of pink as well. It's pretty beige, so it includes like pink and brown and tan and that kind of thing, and that makes all of these products just blend so well together. When I first got this palette, I made a special demo video of this, so I'll link that up in the eye and down in the description box. I talk a lot more in detail about this product. Yeah, still love it. I made that video in 2019, I'm pretty sure. 2020 years? Time blends together. My 4th recommendation is a first mention in a Sephora favorites video or Sephora recommendations video like this. It's a Tower 28 Shine On Jelly Lip Gloss, and the shade I'm holding up is Chill, which is just the entirely clear color. I just have a little baby mini because I bought this in a set with 3 other colors. It has like the hot pink, the orange, and the purple gloss. They're very sheer, so the color doesn't really matter that much. But I am holding up the clear because clear is the most versatile, and this is the one that I would probably repurchase if I were starting from scratch. That little mini set isn't available anymore at Sephora, but the full size of one of these lip glosses is $14, which is not bad at all, and I really do like this formula. The aesthetic of Tower 28, immediately like my mind bounces to Glossier, but the lip gloss formula between Glossier and Tower 28 is so different. Like Glossier is very like thick and like laminated plastic kind of texture, whereas the Tower 28 is a lot thinner, a lot lighter, almost like a lip oil consistency. So I just like slick on a really thin layer of this and my lips feel hydrated as if I were using a lip balm. Okay, those are my little 4 makeup picks. Let's move on to skincare picks. And again, only 4. Wanted to be very picky. What in the future would I actually repurchase once I run out of these things? And the first product I'm going to talk about is kind of like a bridge between makeup and skincare. So this is the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. I've been using this for ages and ages. Like this first one, Pear, is, you know, halfway used up, and it's even in the old packaging and the old printing. This is a newer one. This is in the scent Gummy Bear, but if I were to only recommend one, I recommend Pear. The scent of Pear is like so, oh my god, I almost like stuck that up my nose. The smell of Pear is so like fresh. Oh, it just makes me feel like I'm walking through the fields in Jeju in South Korea, which I've never done in my life, but hey, if it's taken me there, I don't know. Gummy Bear smells really nice too. It's like a typical candy kind of scent, but I don't encounter a lot of really good pear scented lip products, so I really do treasure this. I'm mentioning this as my first skincare product, also as the bridge between skincare and makeup, because this is technically like a gloss, is it? It's called a lip glowy balm, but the shine on this is like better than a lot of my lip glosses. So on my lips today, I am wearing the Tower 28 gloss. I'm wearing it alone without any other lip product underneath. And let me just go ahead and slap on some of this Pear glowy lip balm on top of it. So I'll just put that on and then rub it in. And this is the shine that I'm left with this Laneige product. Don't you want to kiss me? I'm like so close. I'm so close to you. It looks gorgeous. It feels so nice. It feels better than a lot of my lip balms do, actually. Each of these is $17, by the way. Let's move on to my second and my third pick. I'll introduce them together because they're from the same brand. So first I have the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. Everyone talks about this. The thing is, it works, okay? It does the job. This product has just worked for a lot of people, so it's a really safe bet if you're looking for a leave-on salicylic acid product. And the third product I have is the Paula's Choice 10% azelaic acid booster. So these are exciting for me to be able to include into a Sephora recommendations video because Paula's Choice is like fairly new to Sephora. Paula's Choice came to Sephora like a month ago, less than that. And I'm really happy to see them there because that means more people will have access to Paula's Choice, because I know a lot of people like won't order from a brand's site directly because it's just more hassle. But if it's in a big retailer like Ulta or Sephora, then a lot more people will get their hands on these products. So azelaic acid, I didn't talk about what it actually does. It actually does a lot. It's kind of reminds me of niacinamide in that it has a ton of different uses, but for me, it's actually like an anti-acne ingredient. My voice is getting husky. So azelaic acid has a ton of different uses. It's really good as like a medical treatment for rosacea. I don't have rosacea, but if you do, azelaic acid's your girl. And I actually use azelaic acid as an anti-acne ingredient. When I was on Curology in the past, my formula had first 4% azelaic acid and then it got boosted to 8%, and it worked wonders. What I love about this product is that it's not just azelaic acid like the ordinary product is, but it also contains licorice root extract, which is good for helping to accelerate the brightening of dark spots, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, all that fun stuff that us acne-prone girls have to deal with. And it also contains salicylic acid, a small percent of it though. It's not like a 2% product like this. What I have in my hands is actually my second tube of this Paula's Choice azelaic acid booster. Fourth and final skincare recommendation is the Biossance Squalane and Zinc Sheer Mineral Sunscreen. So this is actually the jumbo size, like the big boy. I had this sent to me through Octoly from Biossance, but even before I got this replacement, I have completely used up 20 milliliters or 0.67 ounces mini size of this sunscreen. Bro, I was actually really surprised by how affordable this is, especially for Sephora sunscreens. 1.7 ounces is like the typical size for a sunscreen, and a lot of times I see that run like $42 or $38 or something like that. But this one from Biossance, surprisingly, is actually $30 for 1.7 ounces. And if you want to get the jumbo, I would maybe recommend not getting the jumbo if you're just testing it out for the first time. But if you want to get the jumbo, I think it's $42. And it's 3.38 ounces, so double the amount. It's a pretty good price. I just double checked the price because I was like questioning whether that was true. It really is $42 for the jumbo, which is twice as much product as the $30 size. I like squeezed the life out of this tube, but let me see if I can actually get a little speck out just to demonstrate. Can I? Oh, there's a little bit. Okay, so let me show you the texture of this. I was putting in so much effort because I just finished this off like 2 days ago, and I haven't opened this one up yet because I rotate through like 20 sunscreens. So this is SPF 30, has 14% zinc oxide, and it's not super zinky. The thing about zinc oxide sunscreens is that they can have a horrible white cast, but this one just slick and it disappears. The finish of it is pretty dewy, and that's not my favorite kind of finish, admittedly. So this is not a sunscreen that I often wear if I'm like only wearing skincare and sunscreen and going to like see people, because when they see me, they're gonna think I'm sweaty. But the way that I've been really enjoying using this product is underneath makeup, or I guess 2 different ways, either underneath makeup or underneath a second layer of sunscreen that is a little bit more drying, because not all sunscreen formulas are super moisturizing like this one. Formula I have on the forefront of my brain right now is the Paula's Choice Anti-Wrinkle Defense. If you don't moisturize well underneath it, your face feels tight. So this is kind of one of the under layers that I would put before a sunscreen like that. Now I talked about the layering of sunscreen. Let me talk about it as like underneath makeup. Recently, most of the time I wear makeup, I've just been applying like foundation or tinted moisturizer kind of products with my fingers. I can't be bothered to wet a sponge. I can't be bothered to wash foundation brushes so frequently. So I'll just wash my hands and then rub on my tinted moisturizer with my fingers. The benefit of using a sunscreen that has a little bit of almost like an oily, slick feeling or finish is that it just makes the foundation, tinted moisturizer, whatever you're using, it just makes it glide so much easier. So that was how I use like the mini size of it. Now I have a jumbo daddy, jumbo daddy size of this, and I'm happy to have it. At this point, I guess I can mention the 3 items that were in my Sephora basket, but I'm not gonna buy them. First is the Diagnostic Color Fix Eye, Lip, and Cheek Color in the shade Milky Way, which is just an explosion of stars, like super shiny, really reflective champagne shade. I just don't need it. That's it. I own the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2 palette, and it has one of those astral shades. I own the Pat McGrath Iconic Illumination Quad, which also has one of those astral shades. I have like a couple brand spanking baby new ColourPop Super Shocks. It's just, I kind of believe that the Diagnostic would look different. Like it would look even shinier and even more spectacular, but I don't need it right now. Like just the fact that I'll buy it eventually doesn't mean that I need to buy it right now. So I can hold off at least until the next sale, and then at the next sale I'll reevaluate. Do I still need this right now? No? Okay, I'll wait until the next sale. And that is the story of how I have been wanting to buy that single thing for 3 years and still never pulled the trigger. The second item that I was considering buying was the Dermalogica Clear Start Face Wash. It's like $19.50. Andrea Matalano, she and I have a very similar skin type and also similar tastes just with everything, all beauty items at least. And she speaks very highly of this cleanser. It is like a 2% salicylic acid cleanser, I believe. And I wanted it because I don't really have a salicylic acid cleanser right now that I like. But the more I thought about it, you know, like if I want to use a salicylic acid, I already have this one. I'm almost done with it. You can hear like there's a lot of empty space in there because I think about this much of this product left, but I actually already have a backup of this product. So I don't need to layer salicylic acid in like every single step of my my skincare routine and just really break down my skin barrier and cause all this irritation and stuff. So passing on that one too, maybe one day, but as long as I have a leave-on salicylic acid treatment, I don't think I need a specific salicylic acid cleanser. The other thing that I was considering buying was the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop tinted moisturizer. I have historically really enjoyed Fenty Beauty products, but I've also already seen some reviews of this and they're not glowing. And at this point, for me to add anything to my life with how much I've cut back on even wearing makeup, and cut back on wearing makeup in terms of frequency, but then also cut back on the makeup steps I go through every time I do wear makeup. So both of those things combined, I need something to be like exceptional and perfect, like no flaws if I'm going to add it to my routine, which is an unrealistic expectation, but just more of a testament of how much I really don't need to buy another tinted moisturizer. And that's it. I hope that this was fun for y'all. Let me know if you are buying anything from the sale or if you're kind of in the same boat as me where you appreciate watching recommendations, but gonna sit this one out. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching this video and for spending your precious time with me today. Remember that y'all are my treasure. Find the beauty in every day, but most importantly, be kind to yourselves. I will see you in my next video. Bye.